Madden holiday is here and we will play all night. Calling sick and sound sincere, in tackles will delight. The fridge is packed with drink and meat, the taste of victory sure is sweet.
This was possibly the most anticlimactic week I've ever had, even though technically I didn't miss a pick. I mean, arguably the best game of the weekend was the game between South Florida and Memphis. South Florida played two-thirds of a good game, but then squandered a two-possession lead in the fourth quarter, and then had an untimely sack, which wound up costing them an attempted game-tying field goal. Now, Vanderbilt, Missouri also played a really good game that came down to the last play. But the graphic injury that, again, given my state of being, wound up bringing up some bad memories. But anyway, I deducted points for that. But yeah, that game was close, and it came down to a Hail Mary that got stopped on the 1-yard line. Also, Wyoming blew out Colorado State, and I really didn't watch it. I mean, it looked pretty anticlimactic right off the bat. I was busy watching the battle for the Dakota marker between North Dakota State and South Dakota State, which also turned out to be a blowout. In the bigger picture overall, Texas A&M sank LSU's meager college football playoff chances, which resulted in Brian Kelly finally being fired. And I guess it's not too much of a shock. Kelly never really fit LSU. When you're taking a college coaching job, the one thing you really need to understand is you have to know the territory. You have to know what you're getting into. You have to know the people. You have to know what they expect. You obviously have to be able to recruit the state. And yes, even in the era of NIL, you have to be able to recruit the area because you're the big draw in that state, especially in Louisiana, where LSU football is pretty much the biggest sport around. Yes, even more than the New Orleans Saints. And no, Brian Kelly going up in front of that crowd at the basketball game and attempting to talk in what I believe he thought was supposed to be a Cajun accent really didn't work that much either. That's not knowing the territory at all. I sort of equate it to when Arkansas hired Brent Bielema away from Wisconsin. It was in a similar fashion. This is an upper Midwest guy. He doesn't know the area. He doesn't understand. The locals are not going to relate to him. You have to be able to work that area. You have to be able to work that crowd. You're the big draw in that state, and you need to be able to ingratiate yourself into it. And neither of these guys did that. Now, to be honest, I like Bielema a little bit more than I like Brian Kelly, and there's lots of reasons to not like Brian Kelly. I'm thinking of that scaffold incident in Notre Dame. But still, I mean, Kelly is a good coach, so yeah, I understand why they did it, but it still just wasn't the best option at the time, even then. Also, Ole Miss defeated Oklahoma, pretty much sinking the Sooners' college football playoff chances. Virginia stopped North Carolina on a 2-point conversion in overtime. Miami woke up after a very lazy first half against Stanford and blew the Cardinal out. And the Big Ten was full of very predictable blowouts. NFL-wise, I managed to hit on all my picks there. I mean, there wasn't really much of a shock. It's not like any of these games were looking particularly competitive going into it. I mean, Buffalo did have some early struggles against the Panthers, but pretty much pulled away in the second quarter. I mean, I didn't even realize that Andy Dalton was going to be starting when they picked that game. So, again, that pretty much fell apart there. Jonathan Taylor had a field day against the Titans, and the Colts blew them out. And the Saints and Buccaneers were not even close. Big picture-wise, the Jets did finally manage to win a game over the Cincinnati Bengals, which was very nice considering the circumstances. The Packers defeated the Steelers in the Aaron Rodgers reunion game. The Broncos completely blew out the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, Cam Skadaboo was knocked out against the Eagles with a very disturbing injury. We'll get into that a bit more later. And last but most certainly not least, the Chargers completely blew out the Vikings, meaning Deathmate's reign of terror continues. All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate.
All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate. All hail Deathmate. All hail
Anyway, the games we're covering this week are Florida International versus Missouri State, Arizona State versus Iowa State, and Ohio State versus Penn State. Then on the NFL side, we have Atlanta versus New England, San Francisco versus the New York Giants, and Seattle versus Washington. And yeah, these games obviously looked a tiny bit more interesting a few weeks ago than they do right now, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, we'll get to that right after the break.
Happy Halloween! I'm Dumpy the Pumpkin, the fresh ice cream cake made daily at Carvel. And here's my good friend, Wiki the Witch.
Are you having a Halloween party? Go to your participating Carvel ice cream store and ask to see us, Dumpy the Pumpkin, and me, Wiki the Witch. Or if you want to send one of us to a friend...
Please phone 800-327-GIFT and call the Cake Honors most major credit cards. Thank you.
My little goblins will be out long after dark, so I depend on Duracell batteries to light their way, because Duracell lasts longer.
Tests prove after just a few hours of continuous use, regular carbon batteries wear out. But you can get up to 5 times more use from Duracell batteries.
That's why I trust my kids' safety at night to Duracell.
Duracell. The copper top battery. No regular battery looks like it.
We're home! Or lasts like it.
This Halloween, give the safe treat
Thank you.
that helps treat the disabled.
Thank you.
Give Easter Seal safe Halloween coupons.
Thank you.
Good for special treats at local stores and restaurants.
Thank you.
Give Easter Seal safe Halloween coupons
Thank you.
and give the treat that gives treatment.
Thank you.
Safe Halloween booklets are now available at these fine stores. Support a safe Halloween for children everywhere.
Our first matchup is Florida International taking on Missouri State, which is a Wednesday night game. And yes, with this, we've completed both the teams that have moved up from the FCS level last year. Missouri State has fared pretty well in their transitional year. They're 4-3 on the season so far, and actually a little higher ranked in the Conference USA standings than Delaware, their brethren in the transition year. Now, granted, I think that's like half a game, and still, it's just kind of because they've played, I think, a little bit more than Delaware has at this point. And it's kind of surprising given that Missouri State were kind of a doormat in the FCS. I mean, they were conference rivals of NDSU and South Dakota State, so I was more than familiar with them and seeing them getting blown out on a regular basis. Now, the Bears' main offensive weapon is Josh Joyner, a running back who transferred from Washington State. They also have a pretty good quarterback in Jacob Clark and a decent wide receiver in Dash Lake. Their defense is pretty stout as well, led by defensive end Caden Wiest and linebacker Cooper Ray. Now, Florida International themselves have actually had a pretty decent season. Again, quarterback Kenyon Owens and running back Kejon Jenkins are putting up some really good numbers. Unfortunately, their defense is giving up way too much at this point. Again, I've seen them in some games. They put up a lot of numbers and the offense plays really well, but then the defense comes along and just completely bungles all of it. And yeah, the Panthers' defense is just a little too suspect right now. Missouri State is playing better overall football. I'm thinking this is going to be close, but the Bears will eventually pull away weight and seal the victory. So yeah, I'm picking Missouri State here.
They like to hide. They like to run. They like to play. But most of all, they like to eat.
Dad's all torn up and Mom's got like a hard thing in her neck and they're getting bigger.
Critters, they bite. Rated PG-13.
Starts Friday.
Hallmark has the things to make Halloween a day of double things. Scare up some friends with spooky problems. T-shirt and tails and Bob Kitty Drop cast a Hallmark spell that could turn for the worst, for myths, for masks, for being too first. With things from Hallmark, what's no bother? One Halloween take deserves another. Look where Hallmark products lurk and find things most frightening. This new bazaar can make your Halloween enlightening.
Some people love peanut butter. Some people love chocolate. But the taste they make when you put them together is a delicious taste all its own. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yes. Reese's, please.
Me too.
Thanks.
Rich milk chocolate and creamy peanut butter.
You get two great tastes in one candy bar. We say peanut butter cups.
Our next matchup is Arizona State taking on Iowa State, with two teams whose season started like Romeo and Juliet, only to have ended in tragedy. The Cyclones have lost their last 3 games. Their defense is getting really banged up. Their running game, which has been pretty stout most of the year, has suddenly completely vanished. They managed to work up a 14-point lead against BYU and then completely blew it in the second half, only scoring 3 additional points. I do have to wonder if this is because it's that coaching carousel time again and Matt Campbell's name is a hot candidate once more. The Sun Devils have also been bitten pretty hard by the injury bug. Most notably, quarterback Sam Leavitt missed a number of games. They've lost 2 of their last 3 against both Utah and Houston rather handily. That being said, they do have a big victory over Texas Tech, and so they are still technically in contention for the Big 12 championship game. It's an outside chance, but they could still work their way in. And the Sun Devils are technically the healthier team, and they are playing much better football. They're playing much more consistent football. They should wind up winning this game rather handily. I'm guessing by double digits. So yeah, I'm going with Arizona State here.
Trick or treat! Darn, I knew I should have worn a costume. Yo, Bo Peep, what you got in your bag?
Introducing Roy Rogers' Big Chicken Deal. 2 plump and juicy pieces of fried chicken, hot, crisp fries, and a fresh baked biscuit. Roy Rogers' Big Chicken Deal, just $1.99.
Don't you even think about it.
It was a Halloween party where fantasies come true. I put on Showtime makeup and did a dance or 2. Boys and ghouls were hanging out like vamp and tigers too. My Showtime face was all in place then. Rock Angel, I saw you.
It's Showtime, the adult Halloween makeup. Showtime is hypoallergenic, more comfortable than masks, more fun too.
You know you are my fantasy, but I can't speak to you.
Make up a Halloween fantasy with Showtime makeup.
For those that truly love Halloween.
We have to get off the island right away.
A thrilling Halloween premiere movie. Bay Cup Sunday.
Our next matchup is Penn State taking on Ohio State in the game that, again, obviously looked way more interesting a month ago than it does now. The Nittany Lions proved what the type of move they made by replacing Coach James Franklin with Terry Smith by immediately getting blown out by Iowa last week. Once more, Drew Aller is out for the season. He's been replaced by quarterback Ethan Grunkemeyer. And really, right now, I think the best thing Penn State has going for it is they still run the ball pretty well with the 1-2 punch of Nate Singleton and Katron Johnson. But other than that, yeah, the team right now just has this air that they've completely given up on the season. Right now, I think it's safe to say that Ohio State's biggest enemy is probably Ohio State. The offense is starting to come together and gel at just the right time. You've got your typical weapons, Bo Jackson, Donovan Peoples, C.J. Donaldson, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Julian Sayin. The defense is playing at an all-time high with the likes of Curry and Downs, again, putting up impressive numbers. And yeah, there's really not too much more to say than that right now. The Buckeyes are going to win this one in a blowout. It's not going to be close. Again, I think the only problem is maybe, again, Ohio State takes the team a little too lightly and plays down to them, like they kind of did against Michigan last year, but I just don't see that happening. Ohio State's going to win this one big time. So yeah, Buckeyes.
Honey, I forgot the ice cream. You want to get us some?
Okay.
Right over there.
Edie's
Evidently, it's not your normal ice cream.
Until now, you've never seen the whole story of war. Because no one's ever told the whole story before. The technology and bravery. The sacrifices and atrocities. The power and the horror of 100 years of war. The complete history of the conflicts, wars, and rebellions of the 20th century. The century of warfare. The definitive visual record of modern war, exclusively from Time Life Video. Be there at every major battle in the midst of action you've never seen before. You'll see for the first time rare footage from behind enemy lines. You'll finally get the whole picture. The Century of Warfare is available nowhere else. It's not in any store. Call now and start with Air War. See what the pilots saw in World War II and find out how close we came to losing the battle for Europe's skies. Now you can get the facts behind every conflict of our century. From war at sea to Iron Curtain to Vietnam. From the beginnings on up to yesterday's headlines, madmen past and present, and unbelievable gallantry under fire. Never before has the entire history of modern conflict been brought together in one comprehensive series. The Century of Warfare from Time Life. It's 100 years of combat footage from both sides with action you've never seen before. Call now and start with Air War for only $4.99. No other documentary about war is so complete, and you can't get it in any store. So call now before it's too late.
To order your Century of Warfare Air War video, call 1-800-358-9911. That's 1-800-358-9911. Call now or send $4.99 plus $3.49 shipping to Century of Warfare, Department 4, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
Oh, boy, there should be some wildlife around here.
Surprise!
The McDonald's Happy Meal guys.
Yep, chicken McNuggets.
Regular soft drink.
And regular fries.
And they aren't lying.
What do you put in your McDonald's Halloween pumpkins?
Booty and McBoo, matey. Carrots and McGoblin. Golden McPumpkin, partner.
Now you can collect one of 3 different pumpkins with the purchase of every McDonald's Halloween Pumpkin Happy Meal. What you put in them is up to you.
Our next matchup is Atlanta traveling to New England to take on the Patriots. The sleeping New England behemoth has finally been awoken. Quarterback Drake May is playing at an MVP level, wide receiver Kayshon Boutte is having a breakthrough season, and the Patriots feature a strong running game with a 3-headed running attack of Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, and C.J. Henderson. If they do have a major problem, it's that the offense is pretty turnover prone, and the offensive line has been giving up quite a few sacks. And yeah, I'm not just talking about Cleveland. They gave up a lot of sacks in their last few games. And just when it looked like the Atlanta Falcons had finally turned the corner with their victory over the Buffalo Bills, they go immediately right back to being a conundrum by getting blown out by the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I know, Michael Penix was hurt and Kirk Cousins was playing, but Miami is terrible this year. There's no excuse for them to get blown out like that. Again, I don't think Kirk Cousins is that bad a quarterback now. Also, Bijan Robinson has been fumbling the ball a lot. It just doesn't look very good. They've had some other injuries on defense, and again, I don't know who's going to start. Is it going to be Michael Penix again, or is it going to be Kirk Cousins? Who knows? Right now, the Patriots are just way more consistent as a team than the Falcons are right now. The Atlanta quarterback situation is just this big toss-up. They're on the road. I have to go with the Patriots pretty handily here. I just don't see this game being close at all. So yeah, New England.
What strange creatures are lurking in the night? Oh, skull face, mummy face too. Oh, ghoul face. What a frightful sight. Yes, Mom, this Halloween your kids can have fun creating their own scary disguise with Cookie Spooks makeup. They just smear it on. When the makeup dries, it cracks to make them look really old and ghoulish. Add in the sheet and the costume's complete. Cookie Spooks makeup kits. 6 frightening disguises to choose from.
Full house!
Warehouse from Nationwide Warehouse. Get a house full of furniture for only $598. Get a matching sofa and love seat, oak finish coffee table, 2 end tables and 2 brass lamps, plus an oak finish bed frame, headboard, dresser, and mirror, plus a pine dining table and 4 chairs. All 16 pieces for only $598. It's a whole house full of furniture.
Now in New York City and New Jersey. 10 locations near you. Nationwide Warehouse.
On Extra, find out why Hollywood's red-hot actresses are falling for blue-collar men.
All I want is like a good play partner.
Then, why has Antonio Banderas become the hottest actor in Hollywood? The story only on Extra.
That's Extra at 7. Then at 7:30.
A stadium full of men, but this is more than a sporting event.
We believe it's critical that men unite.
Now, go inside this super support group that has some critics enraged. Watch Inside Edition.
Extra at 7. Inside Edition at 7:30. Tonight on 4 New York.
Our next matchup is San Francisco taking on the New York Giants. Or what I should say, the remains of San Francisco and the New York Giants. Right now I'm running on the base assumption that Mac Jones is going to be the starting quarterback for the 49ers. He's playing really well. They're playing a boring dink and dunk offense, but again, Jones is excelling at this. They're doing all right. McCaffrey is returned to old season form. He hasn't gotten banged up. Again, I think the only problem is, again, the 49ers are very injury-riddled, particularly on defense. They have no Bosa. They have no Fred Warner. The injuries may be starting to catch up to them a little bit. They did just lose to the Texans, who are also kind of a very so-so team at the moment. So, again, I'm not entirely sure there. Not much left to say of the Giants right now, except again that Cam Scatabo got injured at the exact wrong time, and I might need a minute here. Anyway, this is going to put more responsibility on the shoulders of Jackson Dart. His receivers like Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton are going to need to step up. On the plus side for the Giants, their defense do play really well at times and are mostly healthy. That being said, even with the injuries, the 49ers are a better team right now. I expect the Giants to put up a good fight, but ultimately the 49ers are going to win this one rather handily. So again, not too much to say here. I expect a mostly blowout from the 49ers.
Hello.
Hi, Michael J. Fox. He's got style.
Right.
He's got class.
Looking for someone in particular? Not you.
He's got hair all over his body.
I'm going through changes. There's something different about you.
Michael J. Fox is a wolf in teens clothing. Teen Wolf, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
The house seems deathly still. And then, it could be nothing. Just your imagination. Or this time, it could be the Boogans. Scene an adventure in terror. The Boogans. Rated R. From Taft International Pictures.
Starts Friday at a theater near you. Check newspapers for theaters and time.
It's a Sunset Beach cruise to remember. Face to face with an old friend.
Is that you?
But trust us, the reunion is far from friendly.
My wife is married to me, but she's still in love with you. That leaves me one option. Kill you. No hard feelings.
In what the New York Post calls can't miss, it's a duel to the death.
Do it! You still got the guts.
And if the sword doesn't kill him, maybe the fake wave will. Sunset Beach Shockwave continues. NBC Daytime.
Our final matchup is the Sunday night game between Seattle and Washington, and the Commanders have definitely fallen back to earth. Jaden Daniels has been injured again. I was writing this before the Monday Night Football game has gotten played, so I don't know what to expect there, but they did hang with the Chiefs for at least a half before eventually just getting blown out. And I think that's kind of the main problem, that the offense just kind of stagnates under Marcus Mariota. He plays well, but just not well enough. Although, again, on another plus side, I do think running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt has been playing very well in this time. But the problem is the offense only plays so well, and that leads to the defense getting overworked. Like I said, the defense plays well, but then they start to get tired. Conversely, Seattle is playing really well. The defense has stabilized a lot of its problems. They've got a great 1-2 punch at running back with Walker and Charbonnet. Jackson Smith and Jigma is having a breakthrough year. I did think that maybe traveling across the time zones might affect them, but then I remember this is a Sunday night game, so never mind right there. The Seahawks are playing better football than the Commanders are at this point. Even if Daniels plays, I don't know how well it will be. Seattle's still a better team. I think the Seahawks are going to win this one rather handily. So, again, another anticlimactic pick here, but yeah, I'm picking Seattle. And we'll be back to wrap things up after the break.
Who can tell me what 7 times 2 is?
1 in 20 children has attention deficit disorder, or ADD. If your child is one of them, he or she may be calling for help, not with words, but with actions. The mind of a child with ADD is like a television where the channels constantly changing.
7.
Its thoughts and actions change quickly.
I cannot do this. I can't.
Now we go through this every night. Look at the problem and focus. Sweetie, please.
I'm trying my best. Now quit bugging me.
Brian.
Everyday tasks like paying attention or following instructions are extremely difficult. Try as they might, the people who care about him often don't understand him, and the child may be left feeling like a failure. If you suspect your son or daughter might have attention deficit disorder, you can help. Dial 1-800-233-4050 and answer your child's call for help today.
Very good, Brian.
Thank you for helping me.
Saturdays this fall, Justice has a new name.
Don't nobody budge, 'cause here comes the judge.
I'm not scaring you, am I, sir?
Yes. Pamela Reed.
Here comes the judge.
Will you go away?
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Dinner's ready!
Judge and Mom.
Jennifer's parents let her stay until midnight, and they even watch her baby.
Here comes the judge.
You're not playing with Jennifer anymore.
The Home Court, NBC Saturdays this fall.
Maximum speed! Pass off! More! You need! Do you want to win? Get your motor in gear! Gear grinding! High-tech motor power! Real rubber racing slicks! Blazing photon light! Pull it back! Give it the motor rep! Get your motor in gear! Maximum speed cars! Blaze with light at up to 600! Scale miles per hour! With or without track! Do you want to win? Get your motor in gear! Every car has a motor inside! Collect them all! For the ultimate race! Motorized maximum speed car! Come with rev and belt plate sold separately! Get your motor in gear!
Hallmark presents Halloween as you've never seen it before. Hallmark's Boo Bazaar, where actual costume accessories create a spectacle beyond belief. Horrify your head. Try on glowing terror. Shake in your shorts. Everything to let the ghoul times roll is at Hallmark's Boo Bazaar. Now playing in a store near you.
I'm frightened.
Okay, so to wrap things up, I like Missouri State over Florida International, Arizona State over Iowa State, and Ohio State over Penn State. On the NFL side, I like New England over Atlanta, San Francisco over the New York Giants, and Seattle over Washington. Okay, so the next video is going to be the random trade review on Fence Volume 1. In all likelihood, that's going to be up on Monday. I'd like to try to get it out earlier, but Blasted Life just keeps getting in the way, and I keep losing time that I could be scripting it. So hopefully I won't lose too much time, so it won't be a huge delay. But yeah, it's probably going to be another Monday release there. Anyway, the games we will be doing next week on this show are LSU versus Alabama, Nevada versus Utah State, and Florida State versus Clemson. Then on the NFL side, we have Las Vegas versus Denver, Pittsburgh versus the LA Chargers, and Philadelphia versus Green Bay. Again, games that looked a lot more interesting when I selected them a few weeks ago than they do right now. The games we'll be covering the next week after that are Texas versus Georgia, Eastern Michigan versus Ball State, and Georgia Tech versus Boston College. Then on the NFL side, we have Tampa Bay versus Buffalo, Seattle versus the LA Rams, and Houston versus Tennessee. Now, so far, I've plotted all the games we're going to be covering for the rest of the season. I have selected the non-college football playoff bowl games we'll be covering, but I'll be covering those in separate videos, and we'll announce them in a few weeks. So that'll be taken care of right away. So, just know that everything should hopefully go a little bit smoother than it did last year. See you all next time. Hey guys, remember that you can support my work at patreon.com/sleepytimeforcat productions, or just click the link in the description. Also, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can be made aware of further videos.